Ladies and gentlemen, this is King Wa Solomon. This is King Wa Solomon, and I'm here once more. I'm here because there is one important issue that we need to talk about. Because this issue is very, 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 very important. And it happened yesterday. This issue is, I don't know how to explain it, but what I'm seeing here is another Alana Bayarayara. But this one is Ala Gabayarayara. Future tense. Man, I don't know how to start, but let me start from somewhere. Because yesterday, when Simon Ekpa came online, before Simon Ekpa came online, I have already known that he will be coming online because I saw a comment mentioning that on my comment section, and I waited until Simon Ekpa came online. I didn't believe that it will be a State of the Nation broadcast. Believe me. And when I saw the caption, I said, wow. Then I had to sit back and began to listen immediately after he started. Everything he said, I heard them from A to Z. And while he was talking, I was shaking at the same time. And you would wonder, why were I shaking? Well, I was shaking because of 2 points. There are so many things he talked about yesterday, but there are 2 things that are new. Of course, he talked about election. That one is not a breaking news. I have already known that one, that he is going to talk about election. But there are 2 things I never expected he would talk about, and he talked about it. Those things are, number 1 is that he has united the whole Biafran groups, or majority of the Biafran groups are now backing him. And I'm coming to analyze that. And another one is 50 men. He is looking for, say, 50 men who can give $10,000 each daily, because this is the time for action. No more time for talk, I would say. Now, and the picture you are seeing there is Simon Ekpa's State of the Nation broadcast that I am talking about today. Now, we are going to listen to it because I told you that the first thing that he mentioned is that other Biafran groups have already joined him, which is very, very good. Very, 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 very good. And I'm going to tell you the reason why this thing is good. But I don't, or you should not believe that both Owazurike and Asari Dokubo, Emeka Emekesere, he doesn't mean those people. I mean important people in IPOB. That is what he meant. But let's listen to him. But I also don't know whether Owazurike has joined him. So I don't know about that one. Let's listen. But what I believe is that the important people are now believing that this is the guy. And he is now receiving calls. And people are trooping in. And I know the reason. Let's go. So when he came out, he talked about so many things. But the ones I picked are these 2 important things that I never knew that will happen. So let's listen to how he made those speech about Biafran group and how everything is happening, and also informing the I think the United Nations about what is going to happen. Thank you very much. Let's start.
assurance we are giving to international community on our security. On our security, we must stop the advancement of the aggression of our killers, the terrorists that is being funded by the Nigerian state. The time has come to stop the advancement. When we have been able to bring almost all the agitating group together, I want to inform you.
You see, we have managed to bring all the agitating groups together because this is important. And I'm going to tell you why I believed him. Not because he said it. No, I believe what he said. And I am going to tell you about it. I don't know whether I will talk about it now or let the video play. Then I will tell you the reason I believe this. Because this has evidence.
For people today that we have been able to bring almost all the agitating group together.
Almost, as I told you, there are ones that he will not even accept. That is the reason is almost. Not everybody will be accepted in autopilot. Believe me, there are people who will call him and will say, no. Because they are of their track record. This is the reason it's called almost. That is what it is. Because if he say all, what about the people that have taken Biafran money? What about the people that are agitating for you? So that is the reason he said almost. So let's go.
For the security of our land, we have been able to bring almost all the agitating group under the IPOB autopilot, under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is a great news. It has never happened in the history of Biafra struggle. Today, I can categorically inform Biafra people that almost all the group is now under the umbrella of the autopiloted IPOB for the restoration of Biafra.
Now, this is a very, very good news. And you know, I told you that I believe him because I have my evidence. And you are going to say, King Solomon, which evidence do you have? Of course. When he said this, I say, yes, this is true. And I'm going to tell you the reason. He doesn't have to tell me for me to know that people have chosen him as the new leader. Even the other agitating groups. How did I know this? Now, one thing in agitation or in a movement is contribution. People may not come publicly on video to say we have endorsed you, but when you call for fundraising and your fundraising become the major fundraising or the only fundraising everybody adopt, that shows that people have started endorsing you. When Simon Ekpa called for fundraising last month, that showed the way they broke record on that fundraising. That fundraising was a crown. I made a video about it. There is no other group that will exist again that is not going to be autopilot that will stand. Never. People have already chosen. Other groups have already realized that this is the pillar. The genuine group who is fighting for, or the genuine groups who are fighting for Biafra genuinely, they are not of interest of anything. They are just looking for where the majority stay. Those people will troop in here because they have already seen that this is the major pillar. And this reminds me about this Masob leader, Uche Namadu. Uche Namadu, when he saw that Nnamdi Kanu has overpowered everybody, other agitating group, he went and visited Nnamdi Kanu at Afarukwi Begu. He made a video about it and he endorsed Nnamdi Kanu there. He said, we are behind you. you are going to fight for us. The massive leader, Uchenna Madu. Many people are doing it with Simon Ekpa, but they don't have to do it on video. Anybody who is fighting genuinely know that the person they know now is Simon Ekpa. If another person is telling you anything, let the person call for fundraising and you see what will happen. Let's go to how he talked about 50 men. Because these two things he mentioned, they are two important things that I picked out yesterday. Other ones are important, but these ones are breaking news. They are things we never knew about. So let's go. Here he is talking about 50 men. And I know the reason he needs 50 men. But let him talk first and I come and analyze it. So let's listen.
If you are one of those who have been a very great funder and heavy supporter, financial supporter of this movement from the onset, all the money you have put in this movement, you don't want them to go in vain. The time has come that your sacrifices will bring result. So those of you who said you will not come out again to support financially until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released, we have come for you today. That those people that made you to make such decision, they are no longer in charge of this movement. That transparency, accountability has become a motto of this particular movement until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released.
Thank you. You know the problem Biafra had is account and accountability. Sometimes they create account, you begin to hear Bridget, Madam Oyibo, Madam Bridget, Madam Angela, Madam Stella. You don't even know them. All of a sudden they say, Madam Bridget don't pick phone, Madam Angela don't carry phone, Madam Bridget has disappeared. But now, and this is the reason people trooped in during the fundraising, Simon Ekpa and Azuka. Now see, we are in charge. We are taking the responsibility of everything happening. If something happens, hold us responsible. Put money here. It is going to what you are putting the money for. And the people believe these two people. Because there is no way Simon Ekpa will do wrong. There is no way Azuka and Omada will do wrong. Seeing them, you know. Those Madam Bridget. Do you know? I don't know who is Madam Bridget that don't pick call or doesn't pick call. They say, the person is in charge because he has paper. He has no. Now this is the main time. And that is the reason he said we can do this by now. Not during that time that we don't trust the people whom our money or was in their hand. Let's go.
We call on them to not wait any further, as the chaff has been separated from the wheat, and your fund and support is needed now than ever. In this modern age, we the Biafra people no longer sit and watch a systematic ethnic cleansing of our race in Nigeria. We can no longer sit and watch as our people, our women and children are being slaughtered on a daily basis by the Fulani jihadist movement in Nigeria Army uniform or police or DSS. So therefore, we call on all Biafrans all over the world to come to the aid of Biafrans. The time is now and the time has come. We are soliciting for 50 men and women of integrity and caliber that will be ready to fund this movement with $10,000 monthly between now and December.
50 men with $10,000 monthly. $10,000 is 5 million naira each person every month. Because they need butterfly. Butterfly is needed. Now he's talking about a bigger issue here. this agitation is no more agitation. It's now a serious issue. Let's listen.
2022. Biafra and freedom is very expensive. Having been able to succeed in bringing every group to one umbrella, the time is now that we call on you.
Thank you. Now, he went back to say having bringing everybody, because now everybody believe in him. If there is anybody who donate $1,000 is to autopilot. I saw it during the last fundraising. There are people who are trooping in now, registering for 1,000 men and women. Now they need 50 men. What does this show you? The time for butterfly. Now is the return. Here, I don't want to make this video too long because there are people who use their credit to watch me. For that reason, I will stop here. But to use your mind, yesterday's broadcast is one of the best State of the Nation broadcast ever of Simon Ekpa because of these two key points he made. And believe me, I know where he's going to. I know what he has in mind, but he will not say King Solomon the same. Thank you very much for watching. This is King Solomon.